Tonight, inshallah ta'ala, we are starting the A'mal al-Qulub, the actions of the heart, that we discussed before, that they are more important than the actions of the limbs, the actions of the heart. And today we will start with the most important one of them. But before we start, we're going to mention a story that I like to mention always when I'm mentioning this topic. There was a very famous leader, his name is Maslama. And Maslama surrounded a city for a very long time. And the Muslim army was getting very exhausted and very tired, and they cannot last any longer. So they found out that there's the only way to get into the other side and open the gates of the fortress that they want to conquer is to have someone go through a tunnel. They found out that the only way to win this war is for someone to go through a tunnel. So Maslama gathered all his people like this, and he said, who wants to go through the tunnel? Nobody knows what's in the tunnel. Sewage, snakes, spiders, only Allah knows. Nobody. Who wants to go in the tunnel and open the doors from the other side? Nobody. Then the third time, a masked man, a man with a mask, stood up and said, I will do it, and he disappeared. He went inside, long story short, went through the tunnel. Can you please, Azhar, can you close the doors? He went through the tunnel, fought fearlessly, killed the people, opened the door, and alhamdulillah, the Muslims were victorious. I don't want to go into details. Obviously, after everything is done, the general of the army, Maslama, he stood up again, he gathered them, and he said, who's the man of the tunnel? Nobody came. Who's the man of the tunnel? Astahlifuka billah. I ask you by Allah to present yourself. Nobody showed up. While he was in his tent at night, Maslama, someone knocked. He said, came with a mask. He said, are you the man of the tunnel? You cannot see anything except his eyes. He said, yes. He said, identify yourself. He said, before I do that, I have three conditions. I have three conditions. First, you do not send a letter to the Khalifa to acknowledge me. You do not give me any reward. And third, you do not treat me any different than anybody else in the army. Agree? He said, I agree. He took his mask for a few seconds and he disappeared again. Maslama said, since that night, no tahajjud, no salat I perform except I say, Ya Allah, gather me with the man of the tunnel. So the first amal of the qalb that we are studying tonight, ikhlas. Ikhlas. Sincerity. Why it is so essential and so important, I want you to really this is probably one of the most important lectures I've ever given in my life. That's how important it is. Why? Because without it, all our a'mal multiplied by zero. Literally. Our salat, our siyam, our umrah, our hajj, our Quran, our hifdh, our volunteering, our dua. Without this amal qalbi, all the a'mal multiplied by zero. This is how important it is. This is how dangerous it is. So lend me your heart and let's ask Allah, all of us, Ya Allah, make us from the people who listen and apply. العمل يجب أن يكون خالصا وصوابا. الخالص أن يكون لله والصواب أن يكون على السنة. We mentioned this many, many times, but because of the topic, for any action to be accepted, it must, yani, no if, no difference of opinion, no this shaykh, no this madhab. Any amal to be accepted, it has two conditions. Number one, sincerely done for the sake of Allah. Number two, it has to be according to the sunnah. What if it was sincerely for Allah but it's not on the sunnah? Is that okay? 0. What if it's according 100% everything on the sunnah but it's not done for the sake of Allah? 0. I'll give you an example. I am praying Dhuhr, يعني full khushu', يعني 100% sincerity for the sake of Allah. But I decided to pray Dhuhr, you know what? I'm going to pray it 5 rak'ah. Out. And if the opposite, if I have something, I bought a sheep, all according to the sunnah, the weight, the age, everything according to the sunnah, no defect for sacrifice. And when I'm sacrificing, I said, Bismil Jilani. 0. It's not Bismillah, Allahu Akbar. I said Bism, one of those, awliya. It's not for Allah's sake anymore. So one of them is missing. It has to be both together for the amal to be accepted. Look, ya akhwan, subhanallah. Both of them together in order for this salat to be risen, for that fasting to be accepted, for that umrah to be elevated. It has to be both together. Every time you go to umrah, why are you going? Why are you going? So we have to always, we will come to that inshallah. طيب. What is, according to the scholars, what is the definition of ikhlas? Listen to these, subhanallah. When you hear the definition, you can tell that these definitions can only come from scholars. First, I'm going to read them in Arabic for the people who know Arabic to enjoy it. Al-ikhlas استواء أعمال العبد في الظاهر والباطن. When your أعمال in secret and in public are the same. Some people in the masjid, Allahu Akbar, MashaAllah, amazing. His sujood is 1 minute, 2 minutes. His qiyam, khushu', everything. He goes home, insa ya habibi. Boom, 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 up and down, finish. When your salat or when any amal done in public, same in private, I don't change, then this is a definition of ikhlas. Another definition, al-ikhlas, and this is the most common one, نسيان رؤية الخلق بدوام النظر إلى الخالق. Forgetting that the people are looking at you while you are focusing that the Creator is looking at you. I don't care. If you see me, you don't see me. You heard about me, you don't heard about me. Doesn't mean anything to me. All I care about is He sees me. He knows what I did. That's all I care about. This is ikhlas. And one of them is, subhanAllah, he said, al-ikhlas, it's a secret between Allah and His abd. It is so secretive that no angel know about it to write it. No shaitan will know about it to deviate it. And no desire will know about it to spoil it. No, even the angel does not know about it because Sa'amal Qalbi, the angel only knows what we are doing. They write down what we're doing. But this is so sincere that no angel know about it and the shaitan cannot whisper something to ruin it. This is ikhlas. And one of the shuyukh said, ما صدق الله عبد أحب الشهرة. Listen, my young brothers and young sisters especially. He's not truthful with Allah, the one who's looking for fame. He's not truthful with Allah, the one who's looking for fame, the one who's looking for likes, the one who's looking for followers. This is his main goal. If that come by itself, alhamdulillah. But I'm not doing it for that. When we have men like this man that we mentioned, the man of the tunnel, this is when the Islam was at its peak. Now, subhanallah, everyone wants to make sure that everybody knows what they have done. Look at me, selfie with me in the Umrah. This is me, I'm giving a donation. This is me traveling to help the people in Africa. This is me. Everybody has to know everything that we're doing. No matter how, and of course there are a'mal that we have to do it publicly in order to encourage others. But that needs a lot of really sincerity in order not to have any kind of showing off. Very hard. Very hard. الفضيل بن عياض, one of the greatest scholars, he said, ترك العمل من أجل الناس رياء والعمل من أجل الناس شرك والإخلاص أن يعافيك الله منهما. Allahu Akbar. He said, leaving an action because you're worried about people is also riya. You know how sometimes some people say, you know what, I don't want to do it, so they won't think I am doing riya. Doing the amal to show off to people is riya, and stopping the amal because you're afraid of people is riya. I get up to pray tahajjud every night, and then Brother Mahbub came to sleep over. I said, you know what, I'm not getting up tonight. I don't want him to see that I perform qiyam. I stopped for a human being. I stopped the amal because of an insan. That is riya, even though I thought I'm stopping because I don't want them to praise me. No. Continue. Don't stop for a person. Don't continue. Don't do something just for the person. So the Shaykh said, ترك العمل, leaving a amal because of the people is riya. And doing a amal because of the people is shirk. And sincerity is for Allah to save you from both. SubhanAllah. Sincerity is for Allah to save you from both. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said in the Hadith al-Qudsi, أنا أغنى الأغنياء عن الشرك. I am the most and high exalted. I do not need any partner. If anyone does anything where he associates anyone with me, I shall abandon him and tell him, go for that person you did it for. Yani, listen to this. This is a little bit scary. 99% of the amal to Allah and 1% to show off to the imam or to the shaykh or to this and that, the amal is zero. This is how dangerous is this topic. طيب. One of the scariest ayah in the Quran. وَقَدِمْنَا إِلَى مَا عَمِلُوا مِنْ عَمَلٍ فَجَعَلْنَاهُ هَبَاءً مَنْثُورًا. Allahu Akbar. Ya Rabb, protect us, Ya Allah. And we came to everything they have done, and we turned it into scattered dust. Imagine I go on the Day of Judgment, I'm so excited. I have 4 or 5 Hajj. I have 30, 40 Ramadans. I have years and years of salawat and sadaqat. And I'm standing, I'm very happy. And then it turned out, you were not sincere. Who are, Ya Rasulullah, the first 3 people in the hellfire? Who are the first 3 people who will enter the hellfire? Every time Abu Hurairah wants to narrate this hadith, he said, قال رسول الله, boom, falls unconscious. Then they throw water, wake him up, then he stands up. قال رسول الله 3 times. He cannot mention the hadith. He cannot, he is not able to imagine. This is the scariest hadith. That's the scariest ayah. This is the scariest hadith. Who are, Ya Rasulullah, the first 3 people who will enter the hellfire? Number 1, a major, huge donor. He has given millions of dollars fi sabilillah. He will be brought and he will be told, why did you give all that money? Ya Allah, I gave all that money to build Masjid in America, to build schools, to sponsor orphans, to do this, to do that. Kadhabt. You did it so they can call you Kareem, they can call you Jawad, they can call you a generous person. And they did. Take him to the hellfire. To me and you, Allahu Akbar, this brother is big donor, always very generous. The second man, why did you memorize the Quran? Fathers and mothers that put their kids in the Hifdh school just so they can get the title of a Hafiz. Open your ears. Because their cousin is a Hafiz. Because their neighbor is a Hafiz. How can my family does not have a Hafiz? That's why I'm putting him to become a Hafiz. Why did you memorize the Quran? Why did you become a Shaykh? Why did you become a Qari? Why did you become a Maulana? Ya Allah, to spread your deen. To spread your deen and spread La ilaha illallah and so and so. Kadhabt, you're lying. You did it so they can call you Hafiz. You did it so they can call you Shaykh, Ustadh, Maulana, Mufti. That's why you did it. Take him to the hellfire. Hafiz of Kitabillah. From the first people who go to the hellfire. Because his intention or her intention was not for the sake of Allah. Was for the sake of dunya gain or dunya praise. Now listen to the third one. At least these people saw the fruits of their riya, of their showing off. The third guy is a shaheed. He did not even enjoy the fame. Why did you die fi sabilillah? Ya Allah, I died so kalimatullah takun al-ulya, so Islam will be superior, because jihad is the most important ibadah, because this and that. Kadhabt, you're lying. You did it so they can call you shuja', courageous, brave. That's why you did it. And they did. Go to the hellfire. Shaheed. The highest level in Islam. Go to the hellfire. All of that because the amal of the qalb, you see, the actions outside, Allahu Akbar, the best of the best. But the action of the heart was corrupt. All of that is gone. All of the amal is gone, and not only gone, go to the hellfire. Allahu Akbar. Allahumma sallim ya Rabbil Alameen. So, just because of the time, how can we attain ikhlas? How can we attain this sincerity? Number 1, intention. Intention. Why did you come to Isha tonight? Why are you coming to Fajr tomorrow morning? Why are you volunteering to be in the board? Why are you volunteering to do anything in the masjid? Why? If you have 1% to show off, immediately stop. Reset. Alhamdulillah, there's a reset button now. Over there is no more reset. Change your intention. Fix your intention. Renew your intention. Why are you growing your beard? Why are you wearing the hijab? Why? Number 1, before you do any amal, why? During the amal, why? after the amal. Why? Keep always renewing to make sure it's done sincerely for the sake of Allah. I do not care if anybody saw me donate or not. If you have that much power to be able to raise your hand and say $50,000 without a speck of pride, Allahu Akbar, I envy you. I really envy you. If you are scared, what do you care if the people know? You know you want the goal to be achieved, right? Doesn't matter. The minute I give that money, it's registered in the bank of Allah. That's all I care about. You see me, you do not see me, you know about it, you do not know about it. I really doesn't mean anything to me. إنما نطعمكم لوجه الله لا نريد منكم جزاء ولا شكورا. I'm only feeding you for the sake of Allah. I do not need any reward in return, and I do not even want a thank you from you. I don't want a thank you from you. If you thank me, that's a bonus. But if you do not thank me and I got upset, that means I'm not doing it for Allah. I'm doing it for you. Like I always repeat, if I'm doing something for Iyad and then Ghulam did not thank me, why do I care if Ghulam thanked me? It's not for him. I'm doing it for the sake of Allah. And that's khalas done. If the guy comes and thank me, alhamdulillah, jazakallah khair. And it's good to thank people, don't get me wrong. But if I get upset, and how many times this happened? How many times this happened? After all I did to him, look what he did to me. Right? How many times this happened? After all I did to him, to her, look how they're treating me back. With people, you never win. With Allah, mustard seed of good is a mountain. Number one, intention. Number two, listen carefully. Get addicted. Get addicted to hidden actions. 2 rak'ah in the middle of the night, not even your wife knows about them. An orphan in Pakistan, in Bangladesh, in India, in Egypt, in Syria, no one knows you're sponsoring. No one. A widow, a well that you dug, no one knows, and I don't really care if anyone knows. All I care is Allah knows. The more hidden actions that you have, the more you get close to becoming a sincere person. Get addicted to hidden actions. Third, make it the background of your phone. Make it your logo, your slogan. Listen carefully. Do it and forget it. That's going to be our new logo. Do it and forget it. Don't keep reminding yourself about the donation you gave 10 years ago. Don't remind yourself about the 3-4 Hajj and about the tears that fell in Ramadan and about that person that he was homeless and you changed his life. Don't keep reminding yourself about these things that you have done. Do it and forget it. Do it and forget it. Don't wait for a thank you. Don't wait for any cards. Don't wait for an email. Well, he did not text me back and say thank you. We have to train ourselves. Number 4, eagerness to do the amal. You have zeal. You're sitting here and you can't wait to come to Fajr tomorrow. That shows ikhlas. You can't wait. You heard that there's somebody is sick and you can't wait to go and visit them tomorrow. You can't wait to do any amal salih. You can't wait. You can't wait to get that job and make money and start helping people. You can't. The zeal is so strong. You have it in your heart. It's not like, okay, Allah, I want to go to the masjid. Okay, I'll go with you. There's no interest. There's no interest. And the last one, you want ikhlas? Beg for it. Beg him for it. Allahumma, tell Allah, Allahumma ij'alni min al-mukhlisin, ya Allah. Allahumma ij'al a'mali khalisatan liwajhika al-karim. Ya Allah, Allahumma arzuqni al-ikhlas fi al-qawli wal-amal. Ya Rabb, Ya Allah. Beg him, beg him, beg him. Ya Allah. By the way, it is the hardest thing to achieve in our life. It's 24/7 striving and struggling. It's a lifetime struggle in order to achieve ikhlas. I don't want any one of you to come tomorrow, Shaykh, alhamdulillah, today I am mukhlis. The minute you say I am mukhlis, you're out. You have no ikhlas. It's a struggle. Nobody with ikhlas say I am mukhlis. These are a'mal al-qulub. These are actions of the heart. And finally, I want to ask you a question. What percentage of your heart is occupied by Allah? What percentage of your heart is occupied by Allah? What does that mean? That means when you're about to make a decision, who comes to your mind first? Your wife? Your children? Your parents? Your boss? Who comes first? If it's any of the above, you have a problem. If Allah comes first, Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. May Allah bless you and increase you. How much of your heart is occupied by Allah? All that is concerned about the pleasure of Allah. If it is good, Bismillah. If it is not, no matter what happened, even like I always repeat, even if that job pays you $1 million, but there is some doubt in it, there is some haram in it, give it up. Give it up. Ikhlas, ya akhwan. Ikhlas. Beg Allah for ikhlas. Wallahi, this should be literally on our mind 24/7 with every amal. Why? Anytime you see some doubt, sit down, calm down and say, Ya Rabb, please, Ya Allah, طهر قلبي من النفاق وأعمالي من الرياء. Ya Rabb, Ya Allah. I beg Allah in this blessed night of Friday. Ya Rabb, Ya Rabb. I ask you with the best of your names, Ya Allah, to bless us with ikhlas. Ya Rabb, bless us with ikhlas. Ya Rabb, everybody who's here with us today, brothers and sisters, and everybody who's watching us, Ya Allah, do not let us leave this place except you have blessed us with ikhlas in everything that we say and everything that we do. Ya Rabb, do not make our a'mal to scattered dust. Ya Rabb, do not make our a'mal into scattered dust, Ya Allah. Ya Rabb, Ya Rabb, Ya Kareem, make our last deeds our best deeds and our last words, La ilaha illallah. Ya Rabb, gather us with Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. My brothers, tomorrow is Friday. Make a lot of salat on Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam.
إن المسلمين والمسلمات والمؤمنين والمؤمنات والقانتين والقانتات والصادقين والصادقات والصابرين والصابرات والخاشعين والخاشعات والخاشعات والمتصدقين والمتصدقات والصائمين والصائمات والحافظين فروجهم والحافظات والذاكرين الله كثيرا والذاكرات أعد الله لهم مغفرة وأجرا عظيما.